Alright, welcome back everybody. Dave, ABQ, SCNC. Filled my belly. It is time to start our Cincinnati Bengals franchise. Johnny Waldeck is our coach, head coach Johnny Waldeck, level 1. What we're going to do today is we are going to look at our team, check out the free agents, and just get your guys' opinion on what you think we should do. We're in the preseason. We got 4 preseason games. I don't usually play the preseason. I let it basically develop the younger guys, hope that we don't get any injuries during the preseason, and then play the regular season and possibly the playoffs. Cincinnati Bengals are the team. Johnny Waldeck is the coach. We got Curtis Elliott on Road to the Show. Johnny Waldeck coaching in Madden 20. When we draft, if it'll let us, we will start with our Patreon members, changing the players' names that we draft for our Patreon members, and then we will start changing them to basically what our subscribers' names are. And we're going to start here. We're going to view a message of player development. It says, Coach Waldeck, before we get too far into the preseason, just wanted to offer my 2 cents. I think we should get our rookies as much playing time as possible this preseason, especially if they have a hidden development trait. So we can just end the conversation, or we can ask about development traits. We're going to ask about development traits just so you guys know what's going on with them. It says development traits represent a player's potential. If you check out the roster menu and open the player cards, you'll see that everyone is labeled normal, star, superstar, or X Factor. X Factor is new for Madden 20, and that's the indication of their potential. A particularly talented rookie will have a hidden development trait. We know they're going to be good, but we don't know how good until they play a few hundred downs. Jeez. So it's important to get this guy a lot of playing time, especially in the preseason. So we say, what else do the traits do? And it says, the more he'll benefit from time in training and playing in games, that means he's going to reach his potential a lot quicker than guys with lower development traits. If a player is a superstar or an X Factor, it means he brings a little something extra to the game. He can do things on the field that nobody else can. How do we improve those traits? They can definitely improve them. If a guy plays at an elite level all year, there's a good chance his development trait will improve. Once in a while, a player has a great game, he'll have the opportunity to prove his trait mid-season. If he succeeds, you can change the trajectory of his whole career. They are that powerful. Okay, thank you. Johnny Waldeck sporting the military cut here. Alright, so we're going to look at our team. We are currently a 77 overall. We are a 76 on offense and a 79 on defense. So not too great. I think only the Dolphins were lower than we were. So we're going to look at our team, and then we're going to look at the available free agents. I'm going to go to salaries just so we can see what everybody's making as well. Starting out at quarterback, Andy Dalton, 31 years old, making $16.2 million this year, outrageous, and $17.7 million next year. He has a bonus of $13.8 million, so we're going to eat a lot of that as we are going to be getting rid of Andy Dalton. He is a 73 overall. That kind of money is not for a 73 overall. Ryan Finley, who is currently starting for them, is only ranked 56 in this game. Rookie contract. He's got 4 years. And Dolgala, but yeah, we're definitely going to be trying to trade Andy Dalton. So we're going to hit X, look up his player card.
Here you can see your player's strengths and weaknesses by looking at their archetype ratings.
Andy Dalton is just a normal. He is currently the 30th ranked quarterback in the league. So we are going to add him to the trade block. Andy Dalton has been added to the trade block. Interested teams will make offers within the next week. We'll see if anybody's interested or not. We have $34.2 million in cap space, no dead money. That's the cap penalty. Salary cap this year was $200 million, and we are at $166 million in salaries. So we'll probably trade Dalton away. That is the quarterbacks. We got Joe Mixon, Giovanni Bernard, Anderson, and Williams as our running backs. Mixon, still in his rookie year, I believe, or his rookie contract, I believe. He's only making $1.4 and $1.7 million. Bernard, I believe they extended him as he's making $5 million, $4 million, and $4.7 million. Looks like this was the end of his new deal, and then he signed an extension. Johnny Waldeck reporting for duty. Boom. You are here. We're going over. So I put Andy Dalton on the trade block. He's a 73, making $16.2 million this year and $17.7 million next year. That is not 73 overall money. We're not going to probably get anybody good, but we're definitely going to trade Dalton to try to get some value out of him. It might not be a first rounder, but we'll get what we can. Mixon, we're definitely holding on to. We'll see how much he wants after the following year. Giovanni's a serviceable backup right now, so we're definitely keeping all these guys. Fullback, we have Carter at a 66 overall. He's in the last year of his deal, so we'll see who else is out there for fullback. But for right now, we have Carter. Wide receivers, we have A.J. Green at a 90. This is his last year, 31 years old. So we'll have to see how he does this year. $15.2 million is what he made this year. He's probably going to start going down, but we probably will keep him. We'll see what happens. Tyler Boyd, 83. John Ross is a 76. Can we get rid of Drake Kirkpatrick? Sure, man. Let's do it. Tate is a 73. Erickson is a 72. Stanley Morgan, rookie, 66. And Willis, 66 also. Let's see. A.J. Green is in the last year of his deal. Ross has 2 years left. And Stanley Morgan, he's a rookie, but he only signed a 1-year deal. So we're definitely keeping Boyd. We're definitely keeping Ross. We'll have to see what we do with A.J. Green here. He's definitely going to want probably about the same amount of money. Tight end is Eifert at a 79. Uzoma, who always has the potential but never does anything. Sample. And Harris at 35 is a 52. Jeez. But Eifert's in the last year of his deal, so we'll have to see. We're probably going to get, I don't know. He's a 79 in this game, so Uzoma and Sample. Uzoma's right behind him, and he's already making a lot of money, so we're probably not going to keep Eifert. I might add him to the trade block just to see what we get for him, as Uzoma's already making tight end 1 money. So we'll just add him to the trade block, see if there's any good offers. Interested team will make offers in the next week. Doesn't mean we're going to get rid of him. We're just going to see what the market is for him. Generally, I can get better stuff than what the teams are offering, but we'll at least see what they're thinking he is worth. Offensive line, Jay Williams, 72. With Glenn making $9.5 million, and he's a 71. Wow. We're getting rid of him. He's a 71 and making $9.5 million. We don't need that. And he has 0 on his bonus, so it's not going to cost us anything to get rid of him. No cap penalty to get rid of that guy. Wow, you guys blew a lot of money on that guy, and he is not that good. Left guard, Price, 67. Wow, you guys' offensive line is horrible. $2.6 million for a 67. 3 years left. We might end up having to keep a couple of these guys if we can't find any decent replacements. Hopkins at center is a 68. Yeah, right. Good luck with the O-line. Finding O-linemen in this game, at least in the past, has been really hard. At least good ones. Jay Miller is a 68. Everybody's in the 60s here. Redmond and Johnson. Redmond's in his last year. This guy's making good money for being a 68. $5.5 million. Right tackle, B. Hart, 65. Yeah, the best we do is that guy making $9.5 million at a 71. Jeez. Making $4.5 million at a 65. 3 years left on his deal. 1 year left here. So anything above a 60 is going to be improving this offensive line already. Dunlap, probably our best defender at an 80. He's approaching the other half of 30. 3 years left on his deal. Zettel, who I think you guys may have gotten from the Browns, is a 72. Lawson on the other side is 24 at an 80. So let's go back. Dunlap, 3 years left, $10 million a year. Lawson is 24 and an 80, so he's still on his rookie deal. Yeah, I think Akins is a defensive tackle, though. So we got Hubbard and Brown. There he is. Atkins right there is a 90. He's making 90 money, too. $14 million a year. Looks like he signed an extension because he's making 14.6, then drops down to 14.2. So it looks like they extended him. Billings at a 76 is on the last year of his deal. So we're going to have to decide whether we want to keep Billings or not. I don't know. He's 24, so we're going to see what kind of money he wants at a 76. We got Glasgow, Wren, Tuopua, and Scott. Linebackers, Vigil, I think they got him from the Redskins. Last year, his deal, $2.2 million at a 72. Middle linebacker is Pratt at a 68 and a 66. Uh-oh, we're in trouble at middle linebacker. This seems to be the case for most teams, as good middle linebackers are hard to find in this game. So anything over a 70 will be good and an upgrade on middle linebacker. Evans at a 6. Oh man, our linebackers are horrible. 72, 68, 67. We desperately need a linebacker upgrade. There's Johnny Waldeck's guy, Dre Kirkpatrick. 29 years old, 3 years left on his deal. We're going to add him to the trade block just for Johnny Waldeck here. Oh, it's not letting me add him. We are stuck with him, Johnny Waldeck. He has a complete PCL tear and is out 47 weeks. So he is dead to us, as he's going to be out at least a couple years here. Yeah, we are not going to be able to get rid of him, as he is going to be on our roster, but we are not going to be able to play him. When we can, we'll put him on the IR, but geez, we're stuck with him. So let's see, Jackson at an 85 is going to be our top guy. This is torture. Jackson jumps from $3.08 million. They extended him for 1 year to $9.95 million next year. Denard is on the end of his deal. He's going to want good money at a 78. Can we release him? I don't think so. Nope, it doesn't even give me the option to release him. Denard, 78. Last year, his deal. Then we have Kirkpatrick, who we're stuck with till he's not injured anymore, which is 47 weeks. Brandon Webb, a couple years. McTire, these are all guys that are right there. So he's basically dead money to us. $30 million off the books as we are stuck with him. Let's see how we're looking at safety. Bates is a 79. And Williams is a 76. So we're average on safeties. We're not fantastic. We're not wonderful. Force him to retire anything. Just get him out of there. Let's see. And then kickers. We have Bullock at a 73. 2 years left on his deal. He's making almost $2 million a year. And punter is Huber. 2 years left on his deal. As a punter, he's making almost $3 million a year. That is insane. Where are you supposed to be with those? Supposed to be at the table, right? Okay, thank you. That is paying a lot for a punter who is only a 67. What is wrong with you guys, Johnny Waldeck? All right, so that's what we have in terms of our roster. Everybody who's coming up at the end of their deal here is Wynn, our safety, Hopkins, Nickerson, Willis, Zettel, Stanley Morgan, Redmond, Carter, Smith, Tuapo. So our upgrades are just the same as it was for our last rebuild. Offensive line and linebackers. What isn't wrong with the Bengals? Well, it's definitely not their coach anymore, as their coach is Johnny Waldeck here. Level 1, first year on the job. Miracle worker. Denard's on the last year of his deal. Eifert's on the last year of his deal. And that's everybody who's on the last year of their deal here. AJ Green is on the last year of his deal. So it's going to be interesting to see what AJ Green wants. There's the man, the myth, Johnny Waldeck, sitting at the bench, shaking his head already. That's funny. All right, time to look at available free agents. Antonio Brown, 31 years old, a 94. And Andrew Luck at 29 years old, a 92. So we got Antonio Brown, Andrew Luck, Des Bryant. We're definitely going to sign Osmelli at an 80. Eric Berry at strong safety is an 80. Perry at a right outside linebacker is a 79. We're going to waste all our money on free agents. I can feel it. Trevor Williams, who we have in our 19 rebuild, is a free agent here at cornerback. Defensive line is Willie Hayes. Let's check out the line before we go too far, as we definitely need to upgrade that. 67 is... There's Osmelli at an 80. So I'm just going to sign him now because we definitely could use him. Former Raider. He is out 14 weeks. No! He is out 14 weeks with a torn rotator cuff. So we sign him. Preseason's 4 weeks. That brings him back at week 10. I still say we sign him. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments later on or in the stream. I'm not going to do anything today. I was going to sign him right now, but I'm not going to now because he's out for at least 10 weeks of the regular season. Let me know what you guys think about Osmelli. Johnny Waldeck says sign him. All right, we'll go back around. We'll see what else is out there. Sullivan is a 72. 34 years old. We'd only get him for a year, as he's probably going to retire. He does upgrade us a little bit. Right guard is Bowling at a 76. Wasn't he with the Patriots? We're definitely going to sign him, as I don't think we have anybody that's a 76. And right tackle is Parnell, who I think we got in our giant rebuild at 74. So we're definitely going to be upgrading on the offensive line. That might not leave us a whole lot of room for anybody else, but we definitely need to sign these guys. So we're going to go back to Osmelli. We'll sign him, as it's going to give us, even if he declines in the next couple of years, it's still going to be better than everybody else we have right now. So we'll sign him. We're going to sign the right tackle, Parnell, and we're going to sign Bowling. We have 24.2 million left in cap space. We're pretty much using it all on our offensive line right here. I don't know if I want to waste... Okay, so we're going to go through everybody else right now, and we're going to see what we want to do, because we definitely need a quarterback. Andrew Luck's there. We're definitely trading away. Are we cheating by going for Andrew Luck, though? And Antonio Brown? Like, another team's definitely going to sign them. Do we just want it to be us? This is pretty much all of our cap space, though, I think.
This is the development trait. Superstar and Superstar X-Factor players will progress faster over time. Players can improve their development trait by being one of the top performers in the league at their position.
All right, so it's explaining the X-Factor as Luck is an X-Factor player.
This is the abilities tab. Here
no
you
luck,
can see
huh?
what
Okay.
abilities a player has and what effects they have in-game. Abilities are available to both Superstar and Superstar X-Factor players. Unlock ability slots by improving the player's overall rating. This player has a zone ability. This is a powerful ability that can be activated when the player completes in-game objectives. Only X-Factor players will have zone abilities.
So if he doesn't take a sack or he makes 5 consecutive passes for 5+ yards in the air. Joesters, how you doing, sir? So Johnny Waldeck says no. It's only going to leave us with 3.56. We are either going to sign Antonio Brown or Andrew Luck. Johnny Waldeck says sign Brown. So we're going to go see what Brown's at. Antonio Brown only wants $11 million for the year, so it's going to leave us more room if we do sign him. He's a star. 31 years old, $11 million is the cap hit. It still leaves us 9.6. Out of Central Michigan. We're going to wait to trade Andy Dalton until week 8 anyway. So we might as well play him for now. But we definitely are trading him, as he is not worth $17 million a year at only a 73 rating. Like, Andrew Luck was making that much, and he was a 90. So we're going to sign Antonio Brown. My wife's going to hate me. But we're signing Antonio Brown to the Cincinnati Bengals. We're going to have A.J. Green and Antonio Brown. We may just end up trading both of them. But we'll see. They're still going to be better than everybody else we have. We got Antonio Brown. Okay, so we definitely have one of the best wide receiving cores in the game right now. What else did we need help at? We needed help at middle linebacker. Or actually any linebacker. So we got Shane Ray, Spence at 72. Shane Ray's at a 73. For $500,000, it's an extra point. Let's see what the middle linebackers have. Foster is a 76. Zach Brown's a 75. I think our linebacker was, what, 60? And we got Nick Perry at $6.9 million. Does that take up the rest of our money? It does take up the rest of our money, doesn't it? So Foster and Brown just want 2.6. And Ray and Spence want 3 and 2.65. So we're either going to get Perry and nobody else, or we can spend on 2 different guys, 3 different guys here at low 70s. Because we could pick up Foster, Brown at mid 70s, along with these 2 linebackers, or one of those linebackers, or we can just get Nick Perry. I doubt this guy only wants $140,000. Don't forget strong safety Eric Berry's there. We could upgrade our strong safeties for 2.8. I think we have to do that. Like, if we just spend it on Barry or Perry, we're going to be stuck where we could get a few guys for the same price. Because we definitely need the safety help. Our safeties are only mid-70s. Henry Martinez, welcome to the stream. We are trying to figure out what we want to do here. As Nick Perry is $6.39 million, which would leave us $3.8 million left on the cap. So we can take Nick Perry and one other person, or we can take Eric Berry at strong safety and a couple of middle 70 linebackers. All of our linebackers right now are like high 60s, and maybe like a 71 is like the best one. So we can improve one guy a whole lot, which is Nick Perry. We already took Antonio Brown as a wide receiver. We shored up our offensive line a little bit. Alright, so we'll do... So we take Eric Berry at an 80. That leaves us 7.38. So we're going to do that. We're going to take Eric Berry. And do we want Brown or Foster? Both are ex-Redskins here. Brown has the better speed. Tackling's the same. Block shedding. So to me it looks like, yeah, it looks like Brown's the better player. Alright, so we're going to go with Zach Brown. The Zach Brown band is what we're going here. 75 leaves us 5.7 million. And then do we go Ray or Spence? Anybody want to chime in here? Do we go Ray or Spence? It's $500,000 difference for 1 point. Let's see. They look about the same except for the speed. Excuse me. Pursuit's a little higher. Ray's better in coverage. I say we go Ray. Alright, so we're going to go Shane Ray here. That leaves us 3.16 million. Let's see what else is out here. It's all good, Justers. I doubt this. There's no way this guy wants 140,000. Yeah, there we go. 2.35 million. There's no way he wanted 140,000. So we're going to be getting rid of Andy Dalton. So do we just go for a quarterback now? Butt fumble. He's out there. We're going to end up with Finley. Matt Bryant's an 81. He's 2. I think we're fine where we're at. Like, the only thing I would really concern myself with would be the kick power. We only have one. Oh, it would leave us 1.53. Yo, how you doing? We are trying to set up our roster for Madden. That doesn't upgrade us any. Cornerbacks is what we're looking at here. I thought Buddy Calhoun was a safety. Didn't he play for the Browns as a safety? All right, so we could use, how much does Tim Williams want? We could use a right linebacker. Oh, let's see here. How do we do that? I know I'm going to regret asking, but how do we do that? So we get Tim Williams. It leaves us 1.43. The kickers are probably still going to be there. Once we get rid of the punter and Andy Dalton, we should have more cap space. I might just end up releasing Dalton, as he is making way too much money here, if we can't find any good trades for him. So we're going to pick up Williams. He might just be joining us on PlayStation and not YouTube. I'm broadcasting on both, I think, PlayStation and YouTube. So we're going to pick up Tim Williams to shore up the linebacker. And then we're going to take a look at our roster here. So we're going to go back to the team. Oh, not. I guess we can go to the roster. All right, so at quarterback we have Andy Dalton. No, I don't like that. We're going to go to salaries. I want to see how much they're making. So at quarterback we have Andy Dalton, who's a 73 and making as much as Andrew Luck was, basically. He's making $16.2 million this year and $17.7 next year. He's on the trading block. We're definitely going to get rid of him, as we could use the money. It's just going to be finding a replacement for him. Right now, it's Finley who's starting for them in real life at a 56. That is a good question. It's not weird. It's a good question. So I said I'll probably regret asking. Halfbacks, we kept the same. Mixon, Giovanni Bernard. We did upgrade at wide receiver. We got Antonio Brown, who's a 94. We signed him for 1 year, $11 million. So they're both going to want to re-sign. So we're going to have to question whether we want to trade. Try to trade them, keep them for future draft picks, do whatever. As we have Tyler Boyd and John Ross. Tight ends, Tyler Eifert is just about the same as Uzoma. Uzoma's making the huge money, so we're just going to keep Uzoma. Probably trade Tyler Eifert away. Tyler Eifert's been with the Bengals forever, but we did kind of upgrade. We're going to get rid of this guy. He's a 71, and he's making $9.5 million a year. So he's on the trading block as well. Osmelli we picked up to upgrade the left guard. Hopkins is still at center, but we can use one of the other guys to back up. Bowling we picked up in free agency to upgrade. So we were in the high 60s. Now we're in the low 70s, the mid 70s on the offensive line. And we picked up Parnell on the right tackle. So we've already upgraded that part. Our ends are both 80s, so we're good on that. Yeah, we can move people over, definitely. Atkins and Billings shore up the defensive tackles. We upgraded at linebacker a little bit. Shane Ray and V Hill will back up. We picked up Zach Brown as our middle linebacker was only a 68. And we upgraded at right outside linebacker to a 73 from a 67. Our cornerbacks, Kirkpatrick's there. He's hurt for 47 weeks, so he's not going to be there. All good, Josters. So we were gonna get rid of him for Johnny Waldeck, but we are stuck with him for at least a couple years, as he is hurt for 47 weeks. It's going to be awesome, Johnny Waldeck, when we win the Super Bowl and Dre Kirkpatrick gets a Super Bowl ring without even playing. Did I just make your day even worse by doing that? We're going to win the Super Bowl, and he's going to get a ring now. Bates is our free safety at 79. So S. Williams is going to back them both up. He'll be a solid backup at 76 with Eric Berry on as an 80. So just in case Berry gets hurt, Williams will step in, and he's going to back up the free safety as well. Our kicker's Bullock. We kept him for now. Gonna be like, MVP of the Super Bowl, Dre Kirkpatrick. It's gonna be horrible for you. Huber making too much money for me. I think we just release him. I don't know, depends on how much his I'm gonna add him to the trade block first. He's making too much money for me. I'm gonna see what it says to release him, what his cap penalty is. Cap penalty is $800,000. So what are we saving? $1.5 million. Another kicker costs us $1 million. It really only saves us $500,000 to release him right now. So unfortunately, we're probably going to be stuck with Kevin Huber. Unless we can trade him away. Even then, it's still going to cost us $800,000 if we trade him. So we're probably just going to be stuck with Huber at a 67. Kicker, Bullock. Yeah, we went through all that. So we did upgrade. We're going to see what our team is at here. So we were 77 overall. We are now an 80 overall. 81 on the offense and 80 on the defense. So even just adding those free agents upgraded us already. Our offense is going to drop when we trade away Andy Dalton. But that's our team right now. I'm going to try some trades later on. It's going to take forever to try to get them done right now. But that's the team so far. I'm going to go through the free agents that are left. I'm not picking Andrew Luck. I just want to see what our cap space is. So we have like $2 million in cap room right now, which means we can't sign most of these guys. Let's see if we can sign Bryant for you. It puts us at minus 170,000. So we're right below. We're right at 2.0 something million dollars. So I'll try to trade away. I'll try to trade away Dalton and the kicker and that offensive lineman so that we can pick up Perry and the kicker for you. But I'll do that a little later on, and I'll make a video on that, as I know you wanted Perry and you wanted Bryant as our kicker. So we can get rid of those guys. Our quarterback's going to be Finley, from what it looks like in the foreseeable future. Once we get rid of Dalton, I'll probably try to pick up one of these guys. But it's not going to be very good choices, as I hate Osweiler, so we're not picking him up. Tyree Jackson's 21. I'm going to just scroll down if you see anybody whose name pops out who you personally like. Josh Johnson is now going to be in the XFL. I think the XFL just signed him. Landry Jones is in the XFL. Kaepernick. No, Johnny Waldeck, we are not picking up Kaepernick. Connor Cook, Michigan State for C. Rogers. Woodside played for the San Antonio in the AAF. Hackenberg was AAF. Grayson, wasn't he AAF? Rawson Thurber. Is this a real guy? Rawson Thurber? He's a 36. Get out of here. Union College. Anybody else? We might just go Connor Cook again, just to have a Michigan State guy for C. Rogers. Heineke, wasn't he with the Panthers, or did they cut him with Ron Rivera? Etling, my Patriots guy at work, was in love with Etling, and then they got rid of him. I laughed so hard at him. Luke Falk, not picking him up. He looked horrible. So those are the choices of who we're going to pick up once we get rid of Philip Walker. Philip Walker's XFL also, isn't he? I think Philip Walker signed with the XFL. He was great at Temple. I was going to follow whichever team he ended up on in the XFL because I really liked him out of college. Too small for the NFL, though, unfortunately. Yeah, so we're not picking up Osweiler. We're not picking up Butt Fumble. We're not picking up... Who else was it? We're not picking up Kaepernick. But we are going to need a quarterback once we get rid of Dalton. So that is our Madden preview, Johnny Waldegg. What do you think of the team so far? I know you wanted Perry. Once we free up some more money, we'll try to pick him up. But we are going to need to re-sign some guys. So a lot of these one-year deal guys we are not going to be able to hold on to. And so while we upgraded now, we're going to have to rely on the draft next year. So hopefully we can get some value for Dalton. I'm just going to see what's out there for AJ Green. If we can get a first rounder for AJ, unfortunately I might get rid of AJ, or Antonio. Depends on who gets more value. But that's what we have right now. I'm at least going to wait till week 8 to decide what we're going to do with AJ and Antonio as we wait and see how much they are going to want for next year. But that's our team. Improved from a 77 up to an 80 just with the free agents we picked up. Hopefully they will pan out. Unfortunately, we could not get rid of Dre Kirkpatrick for Johnny Waldegg. But that's the team for now. We're going to sign off here. I'll get back on probably about 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock Mountain Time, and we'll look at some cards and do pack roulette for the day. So 6 o'clock Mountain Time, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific is when we will hop back on and do some cards. And this is our season preview for Madden 20. We'll catch you guys later. If you come up with any other ideas for me, let me know in the comments and we will see what we can do. Going to try to get Nick Perry after we dump Andy Dalton, though. All right. See you. Johnny Waldegg, thank you for being here as always. No Kaepernick, though. Bye.